Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. What is an absolutely beautiful day out here at Shakespeare and Co in Hamburg. Of course, Miss Katie Love to my right. How are you, my darling?
Doing well. How are you?
Good.
It's always a good day to be here at Shakespeare.
I see you drinking quite a bit of water. Of course, David Goldman as well to my left. How was the wedding?
Ooh, well, Megan pulled it off, and she looked fabulous. Let's be real about it.
You got up?
Oh, I had no choice.
Pre-record?
No, we were up because Brandy is kind of obsessed.
Getting tips?
Just taking notes. Just taking notes.
She's getting tips for her wedding. Is that 2 weeks' time?
We're less than 2 weeks out.
2 weeks, less than 2 weeks.
Oh gosh, it's getting really hot. Woo!
It's hot here.
That's us.
Joking. You got up early, of course?
No, we recorded it and then rewatched it from the beginning. Our weekend anchor, VJ, came over and she made tea sandwiches that she found on Pinterest.
Okay.
Cucumber, and it was fun. I really liked the wedding. I think I liked her reception dress more than the wedding dress.
The reception dress was absolutely beautiful, but we're going to get to that in a moment, Katie. First of all, what we want to talk about was something that stood out to me immediately. Was normally what happens is after the new couple go in and sign the registry forms.
Right.
Okay, what would happen normally is they would come out and curtsy to Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
That didn't happen, or so it may seem. Twitter erupted all over the world, realizing that she didn't curtsy.
Right.
It's just that the cameras didn't pick that up, which was a bit of faux pas by BBC, let me tell you, because that's a tradition that goes back centuries, that the bride and groom would be presented to the king or queen. There was also conversation about why the chair was left empty beside Prince Charles. Prince Charles, not Duchess Meghan's mother, we're talking about Prince Charles, is because, and a little bit more tradition here, is that the Queen must always be visual to her audience.
Oh, okay.
So, and which I thought was interesting. I thought she might have been slinking down the front. What did you like? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed taping it and watching it because you can fast forward all the boring stuff.
22 million people from America watched it. It was one of the highest rated shows. And just remember, this is people waking up at 4 a.m. to be able to watch it.
Yeah, we were up at like 6:30.
So you didn't watch it?
Well, we were kind of catching everything, and the whole production honestly kind of gave me anxiety with the wedding coming up, because I was just like, they spent $30 million on security, and I was just thinking, what if something goes wrong with everybody watching it? That's a lot of pressure.
Well, things will always go wrong. She was 15 minutes late, which is an absolute no-no for a royal wedding, but typical American style and Australian as well. Most brides are always late for their wedding, but it is definitely a faux pas for a royal wedding.
I see.
The whole time I was watching the wedding, I kept thinking about whether you were actually up watching it or whether you were just completely vetoing it. But it does answer to your question, Katie, that did you say Americans aren't that interested, or you just said you weren't that interested?
I said I'm not that interested, but I'm afraid. I'm interested in the wedding. I thought that was cool, but the whole build-up of months of following them, I'm not interested in. But I told you that I was interested to see the dress and check out the venue, and I thought it was cool.
Okay, so we're going to take a little look at what are the first photos that we're bringing up now of the wedding dress in itself. As we know, Duchess Kate ended up going with, Duchess Meghan. I should say, not Kate. She did go with Givenchy. It is rumored that it was $300,000 for the dress to be made. I think there is a discrepancy that people think that it was a bit plain. I don't know about you, but I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, I thought it was gorgeous.
There were people saying that it seemed ill-fitted.
Well, I thought I liked the simplicity of it. Kind of, this girl's beautiful, so it just showed, those little attributes off.
Yeah, but did you prefer Kate Middleton's dress, which was a little lace from top to toe, basically?
I like Meghan's a lot more than Kate's.
Did you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I'm not a big fan of those lace dresses. So I think they both looked equally stunning in their dresses.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, I liked Meghan's dress.
I thought Kate's. I was more on the Kate side. That was a big topic with Brandy and I.
Well, you got to remember why she was so covered up as well. She will be the future queen.
Right.
So she needed to be a little bit more formal, but still with that modern twinge to it. Yes?
Yeah, I mean, they're both gorgeous. I just don't really like the lace. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right, something we do need to talk about, which I just think is appalling, is the goodie bags.
Oh, yeah.
Did you think that they would be get goodie bags?
I love that. You know, it's just kind of like, hey, this is still a wedding. Here's your little token. Here it is.
Okay, but let me explain, because we're going to show some images of the actual canvas bag. Now, it wasn't given to the people that were inside the actual wedding.
Oh, okay.
It was for all the attendants that were invited from
George
several
Clooney.
charities.
I saw that.
No, he was inside the church.
Oh, okay.
So it was for the people outside. But let's just go through what was actually in the bag. Now, they were filled with giant chocolate coins, a tin of shortbread, a fridge magnet, a wedding program, a Windsor Castle water bottle, and you ready for this? It's so English. A 20% off in the Windsor Castle shop. It was a voucher, people. A voucher. What do you guys think about that? I don't think I'd want a goodie bag from the Royals.
Oh, I would.
Really?
Yeah, I love a goodie bag. Yeah. That's
Okay,
cool.
I got you.
Yeah, I
Are
think-
you handing? Okay. Are you handing out goodie bags?
Not goodie bags. We have a little something special for everybody to take with them after.
You do?
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it though, because it's kind of fun.
Well, no one watching will be going.
I don't want to hear that. I don't.
Well, don't tell the address, because you could have your adoring fans come out and wave to you. Have you got a procession?
David. I'll be like, this is Brandy's day, you know.
Oh, sure.
Okay,
Sure.
I've had multiple people tell me
Sure,
not to
my
steal the
friend.
show.
Okay, well, I do want to tell you, which I think is hysterical, is that people immediately started putting it online.
Oh yeah, saw
Okay,
those.
and they're going for anything up to 563 American dollars. Crazy. But Katie, you love a bargain.
That's not a bargain.
You'll be getting your money back.
Oh, I would
you'll
sell
get the
it.
goodie
Yeah,
bag.
for sure.
I hear you. Do you think it's a little bit tacky to do that?
Nah.
I think people are collectors. You know, they love, especially with the weddings, the British weddings. That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right. Everything else that we want to talk about in regards to Yanni or Laurel.
Oh yeah.
What did you think? This has gone crazy for the last few days. We talked about it on Thursday or Friday last week. I can't quite remember.
Yeah. I think Thursday.
What did you hear?
I heard Laurel.
Yeah, you
The
heard
whole
Laurel?
time, yeah.
I heard Laurel. There's been a lot of
Laurel.
comments on our Facebook. But I did want to tell you that it is all over social media when it comes to who was the guy that did it. It was actor and singer J. Aubrey Jones. Now, he admitted that the recording, the word Laurel, for a .com was in 2007. It wasn't even done this last few days, like we all thought it was to begin with. Do you know what I mean?
Cool.
So
Now we know.
now we know, people, where it all came from. Alrighty, how much more time we got over here? We got a little bit more time for one more? Okay, so American parenting, everyone. Okay. Now, they're talking about where kids are basically doing what we feel as Americans, not me, okay, what everyone else thinks Americans should be doing. And it all comes down to when their time, I've lost my script for this, guys.
Oh, we'll find it.
Thank you, find it up for me.
Well,
and while we're
I just know some of this was like, what caught my eye was kids on leashes.
It was my next story.
Okay.
Because, you know, I've seen kids on leashes from malls to Disney World, and it's not something that's really, I think, accepted outside of America.
Yes.
Because they're not, you know, animals. But around here, people
Well,
love,
go on, tell us what they're all about.
well, they love putting their kids on leashes. And have you ever seen that in Australia?
Well, we just let them run wild. There's plenty of land.
Yeah.
I just say let them go.
And look what happens.
Exactly. What are some of the other things that you were bringing
Some
up?
of the other things were having your kids actually just letting them sleep out, like if they're crying, not attending them, just letting them get through it.
I don't know about that. I don't know whether it's such a good idea for that to be happening.
I don't think so.
But then again, I'm not a parent.
I think,
Yeah, I think it depends on the age and why they're crying.
well, you know, they say like, you know, you learn to let them, like they'll get they'll grow out of it.
Yeah.
But I think that could be also drastic to a child to like just cry and nobody give it attention. But I'm not a psychologist.
Well,
you know.
and here's something else. Should you be giving kids money for losing their teeth?
Yep, we're the only country that does that.
No, Australia does it too.
Oh, okay. Do you have a tooth fairy?
Tooth fairy, we call it the tooth fairy.
Yeah, I think that's fine because I've never met anyone that's giving their kids like large sums of money where they can actually buy anything. It's just fun. You get a dollar.
Yeah.
$2. You know, it's more just fun for the kids. It's not like they're paying them and then you can go out and buy something. I think it's just symbolically fun, and the kids are so young when that happens.
Yeah.
I think it's just a fun little thing.
They're saving up.
Something else that we don't have in Australia, you guys have it here. Did you go to summer camp?
No.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh,
Like-
was that a good or a bad thing?
It was
Is
amazing.
it something you would send your kids to?
Yes, I was at summer camp for like a month out of the summer. I loved it. It was a huge part of my growing up. You know, a lot of independence was made during that time.
So do you think these things that we're bringing up, are they all good or are they bad?
Well, summer
'Cause that's
camp
the
is great.
controversy.
Okay, definitely an advocate for it. Putting your kid on a leash, not so much. Giving your kid a quarter or two
If
for
they're
a
at
tooth.
Disneyland, you need to put them on a leash. Go over to Facebook, Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. Tell us what you think. Lisa would have put that up there for us. Katie, this is something that I find interesting. I'm surprised you put it in. Shoes on in the house.
Yeah, this was.
This is something that your man friend one insists on, taking them off.
He insists on, yes. So this was just some extra stuff about the bacteria that that you bring in with your shoes. And I think a lot of people were associating taking your shoes off with just being polite. But so I was wondering if you guys take your shoes off at someone's house because you just think it's polite, or you know it's actually gross. I know Troy just doesn't do it.
Well, when we were in Thailand, everybody takes their shoes off as, you know, a sign of respect, but it's also with the bacteria and whatnot. I think it's great. I'm all about that. We don't do it, but we want to. We want to have like a little mud room. You know what I mean?
But you've got dogs in the house, man.
You're
so
right.
What do you care?
You're right, but I think
that's a little bit contradictory.
But them being out in the grass versus you and I being out like everywhere else. You know?
I do try not to walk very far anyway.
But I do think it is a nice sign of just respect to take your shoes off so you're not tracking in mud and whatnot into somebody's house.
All I say is this, Katie. I feel it's a height of rudeness to ask someone to take their shoes off. Okay? If you're so concerned about any germs or anything, have what real estate agents have, and they're those shoe socks at the front of the house.
Yeah.
I'd be more inclined to have that. And I just think, you know, people go to so much trouble with their outfits and things like that, that most people know if their shoes are bad or dirty, and they probably would offer to take them off to begin with.
Right.
I don't know whether it's the whole because you got babies or anything.
Yeah. Just want to pose it to you to see what you thought.
Thanks for that. We're saying no. Hey everyone, coming up after the break, we've got lots more. We've got What's Poppin', we've got Divine happening, we have also etiquette for David for his wedding. We'll be right back after this short break. You're watching Midday Kentucky live at Shakespeare and Co here in Hamburg.